Hey guys, this is Paul here, and it is time for another deck profile. Again, this is a little different because I think this is a kind of special one because, um, it is because, well, I am, just getting cheap decks nowadays, and I think this is special in her own way because it has a reason why I've got this for a reason, plus I think I'm going to explain it more in the video. So, yep, as you can suggest, it's Coral, in D series, so nothing much to say here, but then again, let's just go on deck profile. So the reason why I'm making this deck profile in the first place is that Coral itself is a really very good deck in a way that not only it is a quite a relatively cheap deck to build, but also it is very accessible and more and really good to play. So I think honestly I did not spend much of this deck to build it. I mean, I bought the whole core for like what, 50-60 bucks, and then just get the remaining stuff, and I built this like under maybe about under $80 if not including season and everything, but that's a different story for another day. So without further ado, let's go into deck profile. So Coral still is very special because she's reliant on like copies of her in the soul. So we'll start with starter. Starter is definitely the great deal of Coral. I mean, it's required to play that, obviously. Grade 1, you have, well, the Grade 1 Coral. Her first skill is when this unit is rolled upon by a Shiny Star Coral, which is a Grade 2 Coral. You may look at the top 7 cards of your deck. For a Coral, or a Grade 3, a Grade 3, or... Yeah, grade 3 unit card, put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. So you can search for a Coral, or you can search for, like, the other backup the backup grade 3, which I'll show in a bit. So her second skill is when this card is put into the soul of a grade 3 Coral by her ability, choose your Vanguards. During your turn, you get 5k, and if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, that Vanguard gets triple drive. So it's pretty cool. I mean, triple drive is like pretty amazing for a Bermuda deck. I mean, other than Kyrie, if you guys did recall, I mean, I did say that some Yoko decks do have um do triple drive like Kyrie's obviously, and this gives triple drive really. The grade 2 in the right line, I do run the grade 2 Coral. Her first skill is when this unit attacks, you may choose a rear guard and bounce it back in hand. Second skill, when this card is put into to soul by a grade 3 Coral's ability, you draw a card, energy charge 1, and then your choose one of your regards and you get plus 5k power. So it's essentially just a build up soul really. So is what it is. Okay, and the grade 3 we have Aurora Coral herself. First skill, continuous Vanguard Circle. All your Coral cards get plus 5,000 shields. So essentially, including your persona herself, you get 5k shield basically. So all of these become 10k shield essentially. Second skill on Vanguard, act once per turn. You put a card from hand soul, you draw a card. If you put a Coral for the cost, like any Coral, doesn't have to be the grade 3. You during the turn at the end of the turn, this unit get when this unit attacks, you can choose your rear guard to stand it. So it's cool. Like it's a really nice multi-attacker. I mean, do I prefer this over my lyrical decks? No, but she does hit for high numbers. Let's just explain a bit. Her first skill, auto Omega Cycle. When at the beginning of your battle phase, you energy blast 4. For every two cards of Coral in the card name in your soul, your front row gets 5k. If your opponent's grade 3 or greater, in turn she gets a crit. So yeah, it's paying for big numbers. Very similar to what was that deck I was talking about? There's one deck I played that's very similar to Coral. You put in, oh, okay, I figured it out. It's Dayusha. Well, Dayusha himself actually, relies on dimensional weapons in the soul and just calling them out. Well, this one just requires you to just keep pumping as much corals in the soul, really. So it is pretty good. I mean, it's very nice. Like I played a few matches like for this whole day, and it turned out pretty good. All right, so now that's for the right deck. For the main deck, obviously you need to run 3 persona copies of Coral. I do not have to say here, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Okay, so next off we will go to the back of grade 3. Give me a sec. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we have 4 copies of what do you call it? Ilnacia. Yeah. So her first skill is Auto and Rigor Circle. When this unit attacks, if you have four or more corals in your soul, you can count +1, draw card, and for this battle, this unit gets with 5k. Second skill, at the end of your turn, if your Vanguard, if your soul has 4 more corals, you can still +1 monster back to hand. So essentially, it's just meant to filter like just loop personas or maybe loop your triple drive, whatever. So it is what it is. And just as a free slot, because this is leftover from one of my decks. Whoops, can't say it. Sorry about that. Just as a leftover, this I just run 1 super static shot. Just because it's a free slot, I think I might as well just put it here. Well, until I get something that's the outfill the spot. So it's a pretty expensive order, maybe about $7, but again, it's just a free slot. I have to sign around. I'm just running here, might as well, I guess. So the play the order, you can +1, end your turn, you get all your rear gods get plus 5 power on the end of turn. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the. We apologize for that glares. Here we go. Gotcha. All right, now let's go to grade 2. Grade 2 is this is Coral. You need to run 3 copies in the main deck of the grade 2 Coral, just because you want to charge and get a draw power. So yeah. I forgot to mention, but I'll just explain it later. So next up I do run what is her name? Rutantere. What's hard about it? Retentor. That's how you pronounce that in English. Okay. So Retentor skill is that when this unit space over your circle, you may come +1. You can choose a coral from your drop and put it in your hand. Second skill, continuous on rigor and guidance circle. If you have 4 or more corals in your soul, this unit gets +5 power and 5 shield until permanently. So it's a continuous skill. It's activating opponent's turn too, which is noted by this reminder text here. And then I run 2 Cetis. Cetis skill is just when this unit attacks, if you have a Coral Vanguard, greater Coral Vanguard, this unit gets 5 power. Second skill, when this unit is stood by the ability of a Coral, for this turn, this unit gets 5,000 power. So it is. I mean, it's just a budget option to put in especially in Coral in this case. And again, just because it's another free slot, I'm playing this Blitz order. Well, essentially you can Energy Blast 2 and I forgot to go, but whatever it is just a free slot. I'll say more in a bit what you can put in here, but in the meantime, if it's just a Blitz order, I just put in just for the heck of it. And in reality, if I get once the new card comes in, I'll just put the in place of it. So just putting it out there. Okay, for the grade 1s, I run the 3 grade 1 corals. You do need a triple drive power, so you need to obviously run 3 of these. Okay, this is your countercharger deck, which is Eureka, which is the word here. Right, so Eureka skill is that when this unit, at the end of this unit, when this unit boosts, sorry, if you have a Coral Vanguard, choose a coral from your drop and put it in the soul. And at the end of the battle, if you have 4 more cards in your cards with Coral's credit in the soul, you can retire her to countercharge 1. And if you did not countercharge 1, you can retire her to countercharge 1. So yeah, it's a -1. It's not like Late in Prism where you kind of have to bounce. You can bounce her back and just keep looping. It's not like a minus in a way, but this is a minus. But again, I think counter isn't really much an issue. Now that I think about it, but yeah. And just as another option, you can run use your shield power. So this is a Corusmal. Corusmal skill is that when it's used to place a guard cycle, it gets +1, and for every 2 corals in your soul, she gets plus 5,000 power. 5,000 shield, sorry. And yeah, just because this is a more budget option. So as I mentioned, if you cannot afford the allies, please don't go get the allies. Just get something that effectively that's the cheapest you can find and just put it here. It should work fine. I just have them here because it just happens that when I got the core, it just came with it. So if you want a little more competitive, you can put in 172 here. Obviously, I'm not gonna say much here. Okay, for triggers, I run the yellow OT. It is what it is. But again, if you're in an under a tight budget, you don't have to please consider budget first. Don't get this, and you can just literally just get a lyrical OT from the booster. It is what it is. It's fine. It's obviously fine. I mean, it's quite fine. Oh wait, what, I missed the order. Wait, I forgot to mention I put in 3 of the grade 0 corals. So that's just because we're gonna get core bomb. But okay, anyways, the yellow OT, I play a crits. Again, this is a more budget option. You don't have to really go your way to get all these, but you want to spice things a little bit, you can swap off for the effect crits, which is I don't cost much in the set. And again, this is a more budget option, so I'm playing even the fronts. You can play the effect fronts if you want, if you can afford a little bit more, and I pay for vanilla heals. So the good thing about this deck is that in general, you can build this deck entirely in this one booster alone. Depends on if you want to make things a little more different, you can actually get more the better generic things like that Soul Charge 1 on play Soul Charge 1 grade 2. I think and that's a friend name, but you can play that as well. You can also play Eureka if you can afford it, and anyways the deck is really versatile in its own way. So essentially what I like about this deck is that if you are under a budget and if you're not in the position to search for all the stuff, all the generics and all the stuff from different sets, and you just want to build a deck in that one set alone, this deck's probably the best one for you. As I said, do I think it is something I would play competitively? No, but in a more casual and a more friendly sessions, I think this is a pretty good deck. I would say. I only spent about aside from the accessories like the sleeves and deck boxes and everything, this deck literally cost me about what $70-80 to build in total. Like to factor it out, I mean, okay, let's be honest. Some stuff here maybe are like whatever I have lying around in my album, I just threw in here, like especially like triggers mainly. The duality I did got it today just for this deck, but then again, if you can't afford the yellow tea, just get the gold tea. It still works fine, honestly. So in general, this is a pretty cheap deck. It's pretty fun to build, and not very difficult to play. So if you want something in the budget, you want something that's easier to access and something that's convenient for you to get everything at once, this might be a deck for you. So that's about it, guys. Thank you guys for watching this deck profile. Did you want more? I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.